watch and burn.
Hey everybody. So I just want to discuss how much Dave Mustaine gets on my nerves in Some Kind of Monster. Mainly too, it's also got a lot to do with the fact that Dave Mustaine just gets on my nerves in general. Like, I've seen interviews with him where he brags about having that red-headed temper. Now, oh, don't push me because, and he pointed to his hair and he's like, because I'll explode on you because I'm a redhead. And apparently he does have quite the temper, and people have attributed it to the fact that he's a redhead, but it's really no excuse. He's this whiny little fucking suckface. His entire career he spent going, oh, I wish I was never kicked out of Metallica. Like, that music, like metal isn't even like relevant anymore as far as like pop culture is concerned. And he's going on and on about getting kicked out of Metallica back in like 82. And then the other thing that he does, especially in Some Kind of Monster, that drives me absolutely crazy, is he says that, do you know what it's like? He's talking to Lars, and he's like, do you know what it's like to see everything you guys do succeed and everything I do backfire? And then, of course, he stops and he's like, well, you could argue that, everything I did that backfired was a total success. And I'm thinking to myself, what an incredibly disrespectful thing to say to your fans. Like, everybody's watching Some Kind of Monster because they love Metallica, but a lot of people who love Metallica also love Megadeth, and then they would have been surprised, possibly pleasantly. I wasn't. The second Mustaine showed up, I knew he was going to get all whiny and suck-faced about, I got kicked out of Metallica. Yeah, I wish anybody would have told me, hey, Dave, you got to wake up and go to AA. I'd give anything for that chance. Dave Mustaine never belonged in Metallica. Dave Mustaine made Metallica wrong. Kirk Hammett made Metallica better. Kirk Hammett was more inclusive. He was a better person. He seemed like he was more fun. He didn't take himself too seriously. And besides, the fact that Lars and James's egos were already massive enough, you don't need to toss in Dave Mustaine and his even bigger ego into the mix. That would have been like a living, breathing nightmare. But yeah, he says that everything he did is a backfire. And I'm thinking to myself, like, buddy, do you know how disrespectful that is to your fans? I mean, he sold millions of records. He's made millions of dollars. As a matter of fact, sometime in 2024, I think it was in spring 2024, he bought a villa in Italy. And then the second I heard that he bought the villa in Italy, my mind just springboarded back to him going, everything I do backfires. And I'm thinking to myself, the reason that this jackass is able to buy a villa in Italy is because of his fan base pouring cash into the Megadeth machine. Like when Megadeth tours, the fans show up. When Megadeth releases a record, the fans care. The fans will buy the album. And the Megadeth fans are like eternal. They're lifelong. They're like Metallica or Slayer or Anthrax. And I just feel that he's shitting on them every time Dave Mustaine opens his mouth and bitches and moans again about, I got kicked out of Metallica. I think that was like the ultimate slap in the face to his entire fan base. Because his fan base will argue back, yeah, okay, fine, you got kicked out of Metallica. Dave Mustaine played faster and jazzier than the guys in Metallica ever played. Dave Mustaine did his own thing, okay? And he achieved mainstream success back when I was in grade 7 or grade 8 with Symphony of Destruction and Sweating Bullets. He did really well for himself, financially speaking. Dave Mustaine is wealthy. And, I mean, for him to refer to everything he did in Some Kind of Monster as a backfire, I just find that to be just unforgivably disrespectful to his fan base. And I hate how every time he talks, every time he opens his mouth, somehow everything he's ever done in life is rooted in the Metallica thing. And it's like, Jesus, buddy, get over yourself. You got booted out in the early 80s. It's 2024, and even Metallica suck now. So move on, bud. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I hate Dave Mustaine, and I absolutely loathe the way that he acted in Some Kind of Monster when he was talking to Lars. That's it. I'm getting out of here. So thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I'm taking off before it starts to rain. Have a good night.